here buying blocks, turning runners into salary. You hedge too much, that's why your gains look anorexic. I let my nuts swing, whole account looking reckless. You reading analyst notes, boy, that's fucking sad. Why? I just follow one line straight up to the bank. You holding for a breakout? I'm sniping every wick. You setting stop losses? I just let it hit. You still trading based on news, man, you lost as hell. I just follow price action, got this game on spell. Witchcraft. Get that money, run it up, stack it high, flip it twice, stack it. Ain't no patience, I need profits, fuck a long-term price. Too slow. Too slow. Every candle look like dollars, every trade a fucking win. If I lose, I double down, make it back and laugh again. Get that money, print that paper, turn my trades to golden rings. Texas Roadhouse with the profits, throw my way to 20 things. I don't chase no weak momentum, I just chase these fucking checks. You still trading scared? Get your broke ass off my set. Get out! Made a rack this morning, now I'm posted up at Roadhouse. Ordered every steak, told the waiter bring the whole cow. Butter on my bread like how my pockets keep inflating. You eating off the value menu, boy, you ain't relating. Let me tell you about a trade, put 50 on a straddle. Market kept it open, send my balance to Seattle. You playing penny stocks, man, that's cute, that's real adorable. I just shorted Tesla, turned a fanboy to a corpse fool. You in Discord asking what's the next big move. I'm already out, y'all still stuck on what to do. My chart look like fireworks, every bar is lit. Your trades look like my dinner, Texas Roadhouse shit. Flush it. I'm printing, my fingers got ink. Your account in the red while I'm flooding the sink. You cry about a loss, I just double my bet. You hedge like a bitch, I go all in, no sweat. All in! Get that money, run it up, stack it high, flip it twice, stack it. Ooh. Ain't no patience, I need profits, fuck a long-term price. Too slow. Too slow. Every candle look like dollars, every trade a fucking win. If I lose, I double down, make it back and laugh again.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where it is a beautiful Monday, April the 27th, and in 3, 2, 1. What? The timing of that. Folks, it's going to be a good day. I can feel it. What? What? How did I nail that, Piper? You're just so smart these days. You're just so, what? Don't fall. The timing. I don't know if I try that a million times if I could ever get it that good. Can you just chill out? We got to get going with the show today. We got important things to chit chat about. Time for you to take a nap. Just sit here. You're good. What was that? Order filled. Okay, yeah. I got knocked out of that one position. That's fine. That's fine. What are we doing? Hang on one second. Ooh, no, we are not fine. What the fuck? What is going on here? What in tarnation is going on? Oh, hang on. I'm trying to decipher. Oh, that's a different brokerage. Okay. I know what happened. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't. What I am concerned about is whatever the fuck is happening with the market at this exact moment. We're at 400 on NQ. We gapped down last night when the futures market opened. This is very rapidly getting painful. Do I just want to close this out? How do I want to handle this? We gapped down last night. New week opening gap that quickly people played for that. And then we overshot it by like 100, 120 points. We hit a new all-time high if you're counting extended hours trading, north of like 500 and change. And now we're back down to 400, so dropping roughly 150 points. And I was looking for a quick play back up to VWAP, and apparently that is not happening. And I just don't have much wiggle room to really manage this. And I'm trying to figure out what I should be doing right now. Really kind of comes down to, will we be holding 400 or not? What are we looking at? Yeah, 400 key technical level, key psychological level on NQ. It is currently the POC. You have VWAP at up like 445-ish. Oh, brother. Okay, we have about 25 minutes to market open. It's going to be a huge week. We have the likes of Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet. We have a ton of reports. We have a Fed meeting on Wednesday. In reality, today's probably the most quiet day of the entire week, just so everyone knows. It's going to be a wild one. I guess I'm in between wanting to give you guys a really quick breakdown of like kind of what happened Friday, where my mindset's at, but then I got caught into handling this position because, like I said, I was really interested in a bounce off of this key level at 400 and then playing it quickly back up to VWAP. So where do we want to start today? Should I prep you guys up for the upcoming week? Should I just get right into trading and show you my current live position? Do I need to manage this live position? We just had a sweep low. We just made a new overnight session low there. Or excuse me, not a new one, but we swept a previous low. Oh, decisions. Yeah, that's not it's actually a microphone. Okay. Well, folks, we have a lot to get into. So I guess the first and most important thing here is if you paid attention on Friday, I had a brutal trading session. If you watch the stream, it's still up. I'm not hiding it. The TLDR is a tale as old as time. Honestly, you get into a position with size, it goes against you. You don't admit that you're wrong. You're unwilling to admit that you're wrong. It keeps trending against you. And then by the time you finally admit you're wrong, you actually get out at the worst point. That obviously is not only a large financial hit, but it's a big hit to your psychology. And then all of a sudden, to get back, you start trading larger because you're already looking at the big hole in your P&L. So you're like, oh, I got to trade larger. So now you're already tilted. You're already trading larger. So of course, it's really difficult to see the market in a lucid manner. So that starts to happen. Of course, like the revenge trading, the tilt, the spiraling, they all play into each other. It's never going to end well, ever. And then you basically very rapidly abandon your system. You abandon your risk management. And at that point, it always inevitably ends in one way: disaster. And that's what happened for me. Did I lose any of my accounts? No, but I lost pretty much all of my buffer. I lost I had not roughly, it depends on the account that you're looking at, but I had roughly about $9,000, $9K of buffer. And I lost about 8,000 of that, leaving me about 1,000 left. So a absolutely brutal situation. Last night, with the gap down in the market open, I was able to play that, and I was able to get a good chunk of it back. Unfortunately, the current play I'm in right now is pretty much costing me that much of a chunk. So I need to manage this one properly because I don't want to eat into the very minimal buffer I had. So I was able to grow it from 1K to about 3.5 last night. So I like that. The gap down and playing it back up helped me out a lot, and that was awesome. The issue right now is the play that I'm currently in is not looking the best. So just want to kind of give you guys prep and let you guys know where I'm at. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you these trades. I'll give you a breakdown for not only what to pay attention to for today, obviously getting you prepped up for Monday, but also the entire week. So we're going to be getting into all of that. Hopefully we knock out some good trades early on, and then I want to kind of get into the psychology of not only getting tilted as a trader, but some of the tips, tricks that I've used in the past to try to get me out of that as soon as I possibly can. I think that would be a pretty useful thing. Please don't forget, it is a crazy big week. FOMC meetings, we have earnings, we have so much going on. So we're definitely going feet to the fire on this one. Feet to the fire on this one. Feeling better? I don't know. I'm feeling like 95% better. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it was a head cold. I don't know if it was allergies. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I'm feeling better. Got some good rest over the weekend. And really my major goal of this week is to see if I can get a decent, I don't know, chunk of what I lost on Friday back. My goal is not to smash this out of the park on day one. If it actually, you're going to, in the first time in a long time, I'm going to be trading MNQ today instead of NQ. And that's just because of the math of the variance and the buffer. I just simply don't have that much space. I don't have that much buffer. I don't have that much cushion. So today, you're going to see when I show you guys the screen here that I'm already actually in MNQ, which is the micros instead of the minis. And obviously, for those of you who don't know, 10 MNQ is equal to 1 NQ. So what I'm going to be doing is basically my normal size is usually 1 NQ, and then I'll scale up to 2. That's equivalent to 10 and 20 MNQ. So what I'm going to do now to cut down on like just the variance here, or to help me battle out the variance and to cut down on any potential losses to make it less impactful to my account. Jesus, the market's already going a little nutty here. I'm going to be trading chunks of like maybe 3 to 5 at a time, so I can still scale in and scale out with my normal Icarus trading strategy, but I'm going to be doing it at smaller size. So it's going to be tough. Obviously, I'm going to need a combination of not only having the discipline to follow my trading strategy that I know has positive expected value, but I'm also going to need a little bit of luck in the terms of variance that just because I don't have that much buffer, if a couple bad beats, which is going to happen with any system, if they come right out of the gate, well, it's just going to be game over. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to fight as hard as I can to save these accounts. I'm not just going to YOLO it. I'm not just going to get degenerate with it. But I just want to let you guys know where I'm at, where I will be fighting as hard as I can. So I'm going to do what I perceive to be taking the appropriate steps to get there. But we're going to see what Lady Luck has in store for me this week. And hopefully, I just don't get horribly tilted. So that's kind of the setup. Like I said, I'll be breaking down what to pay attention to today, this week. Major news. There's a lot of news over the weekend. We have earnings. I'll let you know about the state of the accounts. We have a lot to chit chat about. So without further ado, let me switch this up. Let me switch this up. Here's where I'm currently at. Before you get freaked out, understand that, yes, I am long 25, but it is not 25 NQ. That would be insanely degenerate. Like I said, I am not trading NQ. I am trading MNQ, which is obviously micros. This is a portion of it. And as you can see, I'm playing a quick trade back up to VWAP. The momentum was already pretty strong this morning. If you look at some of the news going on generically, it's pretty good. So when I saw this dip below VWAP, I saw an opportunity to scale in, and I'm looking for a quick play back up to VWAP. Once again, just trying to see if I can, get these things growing ever so surely. Now, if this ends up being a shoulder head shoulder, I'll probably be absolutely screwed, but I just wanted to let you know, please don't freak out. I am not trading 25 NQ. That would be insane. I'm trading basically equivalent of 2.5, and what I'm doing is a methodology of scaling in and out of chunks of about 5, like 5 in, 5 out, like that type of a deal. And I am intentionally targeting VWAP. Hopefully a market open little pop, and market open is in 15 minutes. Which means we need to take a quick breather or a quick step back. What is this one? Hang on. We have a little bit of, you know what? We'll come back to that. I just want to let you know S&P 500 futures edge lower as Iran peace talks stall and oil rises. So look at the overall market. We're pretty much near the all-time high. You can see we're slightly below the closing value, slightly below the high from Friday, which is also the all-time high on the SPY, the Qs. Oil's chilling at 96. Intel recently ripping. There's a lot of interesting things to pay attention to. Bitcoin almost got up to 80,000 not long ago, so something to pay attention to there. We're looking at some of these semiconductor plays. NVIDIA, we're looking at a potential all-time high today. Google, we're looking at a potential all-time high today. Same thing with TSM. TSM, same thing with AMD, same thing with AMZ and Amazon, same thing with Avago. A lot of these high-flying semiconductor, GPU, AI-related plays are all most likely going to be hitting a new all-time high today. So please put that on your radar. Something to pay attention to. I have a lot of alerts set, so we shouldn't be missing it. Taking a quick step back, the AI frenzy is back and lifting the entire stock market to record highs. Signs of froth are everywhere, with the IPOs of Anthropic and OpenAI expected to be the biggest ever, and investors desperate to find ways in. So I fully believe that the AI frenzy is alive and well. I think the AI trade is alive and well. Now, is it a bubble? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but my goal is to ride this bubble as long as I possibly can. Now, you might be thinking, but Matt, I've heard about these bubbles. What happens if they pop? Well, it's not actually going to be an impact to you if you're managing your risk properly. So for me, I want to ride this momentum as much as I can. In my mind, it is a money-making opportunity. And obviously, just still with proper sizing and proper risk management, I'm not too worried about an abrupt switch because that could happen anytime. So for looking at the market, like I said, we are literally at all-time highs. We hit a record high on SPX on Friday. We hit a record high on NDX as well. And then, as I've already alluded to, NVIDIA, we're possibly getting an all-time high today. Same with Google, same with TSM. Actually, TSM hit one on Friday. AMD, same thing. Amazon, same thing. Avago, not far behind. Meta, Microsoft, they have some room to make up, but you can see some of the high-flying AI names are looking real good. And so is the overall market. Once again, SPX, NDX at all-time highs. Now, before we get into some of those dirty details, I do want to remind you, according to Equity Clock, based on the last 20 years worth of information, the final portion of April, which is where we're at right now, the final trading week of April, does, from a seasonality basis, favor the bulls. Now, if we look at the last 5 years of this is from a smaller portion of data. So instead of 20, we're looking at 5. The week we're heading into, based on the last 5, is actually a little bit of a losing week. But then if you look at the last 3, it's actually a little bit of a winning week. So the recent data is a little bit choppy. But if you look at 20 years worth of data, it does actually favor the bulls. Now, to add a little bit of context to our overall situation, Iran foreign minister to meet Putin with U.S. talks at stalemate. So obviously the Iran debacle, the Iran war, whatever you want to call it, is an ongoing storyline that is day to day, minute to minute, having a huge impact on the market. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update here of what's going on. Like, we were getting some signs of positive development over the weekend. We got continued rhetoric from President Trump saying, hey, things are going well. We've beaten Iran. A little bit of a switch up this morning saying that the talks are stalling and now they're chit-chatting with Putin. So just so you guys can listen to this.
Minister has arrived in Russia for a meeting with President Vladimir Putin. It comes after an Axios reports that Tehran has given the U.S. a new proposal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and end the war that includes postponing nuclear negotiations. Now, for more, we're joined by Bloomberg's Jumana Bersetchi in Dubai. So, Jumana, what more do we actually know about this proposal?
Yeah, well, Francine, on Friday, I think expectations were really high that we were going to see another round of direct U.S.-Iran talks in Islamabad over the course of the weekend. And clearly that has not transpired. But what has gone down is a whirlwind trip by the Iranian foreign minister, who flew to Islamabad. He then went on to Oman, back to Islamabad again, and then a couple of hours ago arrived in Russia and will be meeting with the Russian President Putin. And what has emerged here is the Iranians' counter proposal for what they deem as necessary conditions in order for negotiations to continue. And here the wording is very important, because they're not coming back and saying these are the conditions for necessarily peace or some of the longer term issues around the nuclear file. These are just the conditions that they would like to see in order to return back to the negotiating table. As reported by Iranian state media, they're looking for things like a new legal framework for the Hormuz, a lifting of the U.S. blockade, compensation for damage, pledge and guarantees against further military action. Clearly, many of those are non-starters as far as the U.S. perspective is concerned. And over the weekend, President Trump gave an interview to Fox where he was talking about the success of the U.S. naval blockade and actually suggesting that Iranian storage capacity will start to get filled up in the next couple of days. So the question is, why would the U.S. take that point of leverage away from themselves in anticipation of what they think is going to be a lot of economic hardship to follow on Iran, because their exports are essentially going to be cut off the longer this blockade goes on for? So we haven't got a formal response yet from the U.S., expecting it to come at some point later this afternoon. Axios reporting that there will be a Situation Room briefing later today. But from what we can gather from all of the diplomatic shuffling that has taken place over the weekend, it is clear that from the Iranians' perspective, what they're trying to do here is to bifurcate the issue of the Strait and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz from the nuclear file and try to deal with the first thing now and then later on deal with the thornier issues of what to do with the nuclear program. And just a reminder to viewers, it took the Obama team 20 months to get the JCPOA across the line. If they're planning on looking at that sort of time frame, it may take a very long time to get a nuclear deal, a new form of a nuclear deal across the line.
Gives you a little bit of an update on the recent developments. Of course, we'll be hearing more about that this week, but that's not the only thing going down this week. Right here, you can see today, not too much scheduled. 1 p.m. Eastern, 2-year and 5-year note auction. Fast forwarding to tomorrow, a 7-year note auction. More importantly, 10 a.m. you have the consumer confidence. On Wednesday, you're going to get durable goods, but on Wednesday, that's when the party really starts. We have the FOMC interest rate decision, and then obviously we're going to have the final press conference with the chair, Jerome Powell. Then we get GDP on Thursday, PCE inflation on Thursday, and then on Friday, we're going to get some manufacturing numbers. Coming back to the big surprise, not the surprise, the big impactful event of the week, FOMC meeting. As of right now, the Fed Watch tool is saying that there's a 100% chance that the Fed interest rate is going to be staying at 3.5%. Current target rate is 3.5, 100% chance of us staying at 3.5. So if you're looking for a rate increase or a rate cut, don't hold your breath. What I think is really going to get moving the market is basically any commentary or updates related to kind of the switch of power. Fed to hold interest rates as political drama overshadows policy debate. Once again, I think we're going to be focusing a lot more on this political drama than the fact that the rate's not going to be changing at all. Once again, this is all going down Wednesday. Fed Chair Powell confronts his final big decision: stay or go. With Kevin Warsh's confirmation back on track, the last unresolved question is whether Powell will give up his seat on the Fed board next month. So remember, the Fed does have a chair, but then there's an entire board. And historically, when you're done being chair, you're not done with the Fed. Generally, you stay on the board. That's how things have played out historically. This time around, there's a lot of question of, is Powell going to actually do that? So to give you guys some odds here, Fed decision in April, you can see Polymarket is pretty confident, 99.9% chance of no change. How many Fed rates in 2026 in general? The leading odds of 40% are actually no Fed change this calendar year whatsoever. The next one is a 25 bip rate cut, 28% chance of that happening. So the two likely scenarios are either no rate change whatsoever or only one little measly Fed rate cut of 25 bips this year. Obviously, this situation is dynamic. It can change at any moment, but just to let you know. Kevin Warsh confirmed as Fed chair. As that one article just alluded to of it being back on track, right now there's actually a 94% chance that within the next 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, by May 15th, that Kevin Warsh is in as Fed chair. For a little bit, a lot of people were rightfully concerned, is that actually going to get torpedoed? So just want to point that out, that it is back on track. What will happen before Kevin Warsh is confirmed? Well, I like the fact that there's a 3% shot that before before Kevin Warsh has confirmed that aliens, they might confirm aliens are real. So if you're looking for maybe an interesting market, I don't know how liquid it is. There's only $69,000 betting on that, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't let you guys know that this bet exists. Yes, what will happen before Kevin Warsh is confirmed? So not only can you bet on the U.S. confirming aliens, but you can bet on them versus another event. So just wanted to point that out there. On more of a serious note, Jerome Powell out of Fed board by 86% chance that it'll be by the end of this year. So the odds are kind of suggesting maybe he'll be sticking around till the end of the month of May. What's that, about 5 to 6 weeks? But by the end of this year, most likely Jerome Powell will be donezo. So with all of that Fed stuff, please do not forget that we're also in probably the most busy earnings week of this earnings season. Today's a little bit quiet. Tomorrow, UPS, Coca-Cola, Spotify, Robinhood, Visa. Wednesday is the biggest day. SoFi, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, Ford, Qualcomm, Chipotle. Fast forward to Thursday, you have Eli Lilly, you have MasterCard, you have Apple, you have Reddit, you have Rivian, Riot, and then on Friday, you have some energy plays, Chevron, Exxon, and then also a little bit of Moderna. Estee Lauder might be a little bit interesting because remember that is the wife of Kevin Warsh, so we might want to be paying attention to that as well. With respect to individual companies, China bans Meta's acquisition of Manus on national security grounds. So I know right now we're talking a lot about Iran for good reason. I think for us, paying attention to the economy and the stock market and just political back and forth, I think a very, very big one that people are going to have to pay attention to next, the next saga, the next chapter for all of us, I think is going to be related to China. OpenAI shakes up partnership with Microsoft, capping revenue share. So remember, Microsoft and OpenAI, they do have a deal, but apparently they hate each other. So just want to kind of call that out because OpenAI might be going public somewhat soon. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, macquarie.locals.com. It's 100% free, always has been free, always will be free. Sign up, macquarie.locals.com. You don't need a coupon code or anything like that. Every single Sunday to your email inbox, you'll get a breakdown of the market, cheat sheet for earnings, cheat sheet for all the major macroeconomic events. There's not really much going on today. And then most useful, especially for my active traders in here, you get the seasonality of each day. And today it is leaning bullish. Historically, when I say historically for this data set, it's the past 27 years worth of information. The bulls have won it 56% of the time, but when they win it with decent size, which is why the bias is leaning bullish. It's not full on bullish, but it's leaning bullish. And you could see in the past couple of years, there have been some nice wins for the bull camp. Tomorrow's neutral, Wednesday's a bit bearish, Thursday's a bit bearish, and then Friday's leaning bullish. So a little bit of a choppy week that maybe slightly favors the bulls, but it's not seasonally that strong of week in the most general sense. Shout out to Tradeify. Tradeify is the partner of today's show. You could use that code Goonie and you could get 40% off all accounts. And there's actually a special discount because you can now bundle it, which I'm happy about because I don't know why prop firms have historically made us do this where you had to buy one account, buy one account, buy one account, buy one account. It is the biggest pain in the butt. So now you could just like with one purchase buy multiple. Tradeify, even though it's a small thing, I'm super, super happy they're doing it. So not only can you get 40% off, but if you bundle it, you could get more, and obviously you could take advantage of all that with code Goonie. I'm going to clarify why I like Tradeify a bit more, but it all comes down to the beauty of this flex plan. The fact that there's no consistency rule, you can just grow it and grow it and grow it. There's no DLL. I love Tradeify Flex. Very, very similar to TPT. So just want to call that out, that for me as a trend following trader, and once again, I'm not saying one is the best. I think there's certain firms that are the best for you and your trading style. So if you happen to be a trend following trader like me, where you're like, okay, sometimes I have these asymmetric returns, you're probably going to want ones that are uncapped. And really where you could get that is Tradeify Flex. Obviously you could get that with all the live accounts. You could get that with TPT. So just something I want to call out. But right now, very cool deal. It'll be ending at the end of this week, which is the end of this month. I believe that's Thursday. So use code Goonie. And on that note, we should be pretty close to market open. And I'm hoping that there is not some sort of gigantic vomit right out of the gate. We're going to be seeing how this one goes. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, we have 45 seconds. Let's put up NVIDIA, the world's #1 stock. Let's see if it's going to be making a new all-time high today. You know what? Actually, we'll come back to that. Let's just watch Bitcoin out of the gate to see what happens. We are slightly red on the day, I'm watching the 30-minute. 5-minute, 10-minute is bearish out of the gate. 1 minute's bearish right now. I'm watching the 30-minute to see if the SPY holds right here. NQ, 5-minute, 10-minute are bearish. 30-minute is right at that test zone. So I'm interested in this zone to see if we basically bounce like right from here. And remember, very real shot of hitting some all-time highs today. Very, very real shot. Okay, on that note, am I on the right screen? No, I am not. Let me switch myself over here and let's do this. And on that note, dingity ding ding ding, the world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun. All right, I need to baby this position right out of the gate. I put up the order. No, don't turn on me. Don't turn on me. Okay, my average is 34. I'm trying to get out there, but this is one of the, honestly, I'm a degenerate, which is kind of why I like trading. Fuck. No, that's not going to work.
Order filled.
Yeah. What accounts? How does that slippage work? That was horrible slippage. Okay, so 2 got clocked on that drop. Do I just want to...
Order filled.
Okay, now my close button is not working. So this is a fun day today. Not necessarily exactly how I wanted to start. I'm trying to hit close and nothing is happening. So that's a vibe. That is a horrible vibe. Why is this not exactly how I wanted to start? I don't know if it's a data issue. I don't know if it's a button issue. I'm trying to hit close there, team, and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. So that's a vibe. I don't know what's going on, to be completely honest with all of you. Fuck. I don't even know what to do. Do I do it from here? Do I do it from this panel? Shit. Well, that is less than ideal. Let me see. Do I need to disconnect and reconnect? Why would the close button not be working? I'm trying to think, and it sucks that I have to figure this out in real time. Why would that not be working right now? Why would that not be working? Huh. Do you know why? Has anyone had that before? Do I just need, I mean, I guess I could hit the sell and then get the orders right instead of close. Maybe the sell will work, just doing the opposite order. That's a bit of a bummer. A wee bit of a bummer. Is this about to vomit in my face? Oh, okay. Let's let things open up. How do I want to handle this? I mean, they have like no buffer. This was stupid of me. And then with this close button, at this point, I think I just have to go for pure luck, which I am on the wrong side of momentum. So I would need an extreme amount of luck. Man, that's such a bummer because I really did have a good overnight session. Well, the S&P 500 is popping like no other. Unless my data is wrong. Why is the NASDAQ selling, but then the S&P 500? Okay, where are we at with everything? Where are we at? What is this one? I have all these tradeifys still. I have all the tradeifys. That's important. I don't get it because the S&P 500 had a huge pop. The NASDAQ had a huge hit. I guess I picked between the two.
Order filled.
I don't know. This is fucking silly. This is incredible. Just my luck. Why the fuck? I mean, I was literally using these buttons earlier today. Like, what is going on? I guess it's not meant to be my day. So let's be realistic of how I can manage it from here. I guess I could just go to...
Order filled. Order filled.
That one worked. Okay, so that one worked. What would be going on that flat and all would work, but close doesn't work? I don't know if I've ever seen that particular issue before. You can place, yeah, I'm trying to think of like what's going on that would be a problem. But just to clarify, going to positions and right clicking and going to flat and all, that did work. It did work. It did work. It did work. It did. Oh, okay. Now I need to kind of make a decision. Do I just want to say fuck it and degen this stuff and just trade with NQs and see if I can make it back? Or how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? How? Do I degen it or do I try to do slow and steady? Do I degen it or do I go slow and steady at this point? And of course, it now starts to pop. How will I be on the right side of luck today? Decisions. I can't believe that button didn't work. I need to dive into it. I'll look at the log later. I will look at that log later. No, this is what I want right here. Okay, so we overcame RTH VWAP. We do have higher highs and higher lows at this point. All right, so there's some lows. There's some highs. This is what a $6,500 trend line class can get you.
Order filled.
Okay, so let's see which ones I actually still have and don't have. Okay, none of the TPTs. But I do have all of these. Oh, fuck. Why am I on NQ? Everything's already going awry today. Will this work this time? Or is this going to be a big reset day for me? Why the fuck? What is this button? All right. We don't need that at all. I don't know why I even drew that. I guess to be an asshole. What time is it? 9:39. Okay, so the top of the 10-minute Orbo is also VWAP, and we are battling it out at what is this one? I guess RTH, but we are not holding 400 the best. All right, how tilted are we going to get today? How tilted, how tilted, how tilted? How tilted, how tilted, how tilted? All right, we don't need that because that'll just fuck up my copier even more than it already is. All right, that has to be my risk.
Order submitted.
So that one worked, oddly enough. Why would that? Well, I guess I didn't hit the close button that time. I literally just put the order on the chart. I don't know. Like I said, I can't think about that right now. All right, I was trying to play the breakout. Really, once again, I just have this concept of wanting to play it back up to VWAP, but maybe that is not going to be happening today. Risking this little dip low. Dip low. Get it? Dip low, dip low. It's going to...
Order filled.
All right, knocked out. That's knocked out. We have one more. Is this actually breaking down now? I was trying to play the recovery, but apparently, right here, you can see this is choppy. But look at, wow, the SPY is legitimately strong right now. And then the NASDAQ is not. Bitcoin's going up too, but oil's also going up. There's a little bit of some churn happening in the world of the NASDAQ because the SPY is going, Bitcoin's going, even oil's going. But we have a dip. So I think it's one of those days where if I had a bit more patience or a bit more luck, it would have got that pop. I think the NASDAQ's going to go. I think it's going to follow suit with the rest of all of it. It just had to churn some of this over. I had to stop. Folks, the stop was in there the whole time. What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Bitcoin's really going. Okay. All right. Let's see what kind of degenerate shit we could get up to. Let's see what kind of degenerate shit we could get up to. Good. No, it's still not. I guess I'm waiting for a little bit of a recovery signal here. I'm waiting for the next time for Icarus to fire bullish on NQ, or is the SPY actually going to get smacked right at its all-time high? Oil is climbing. Let's take a look at options flow. Here's a look at options flow. Hero here. This is what's going on. SPY did pop. I guess it's giving a little bit back right now. Here's the Mag 7. Here's the S&P 500, the combination. Decent pop up until about 942. Mag 7 has kind of been on the struggle bus. Where are we at? Fortunately for me, the tilt from Friday did not impact the Legends accounts or the FFN because they were already, Legends, I was just scalp trading 200, which I already got today, fortunately. And then on FFN, I was pending a payout. So those ones were fortunately not impacted. So that's pure luck that I didn't mess those up by like I said, pure unadulterated luck. All right, so what am I trying to do right now? What am I attempting to do? How can I be smart here? So these are still alive to the tune of 300. I mean, with 300 of buffer, I think you just have to kind of rip it. I don't know at this point. I mean, I could be super, super conservative and try to trade these MNQ, but like that doesn't seem the most fun. A little bit of a higher low.
Order filled.
We're just going to see if I could get lucky and it could somehow pop. Whoa, how is that account still alive? It's not going to be alive for much longer, I can tell you that. Friday was such a fucking disaster. And I knew today was going to be rough. And then that close button issue, which I'm sure it's a technical issue on my side. But how is that one still going? Shouldn't that risk out? 555.
Order submitted.
I'm trying to close it, brother. Why wouldn't it?
Order submitted.
But now the close button is working? Folks, someone needs to explain this to me of what the fuck's going on with close buttons versus not. Even these, aren't these technically... Is something going on with data today? Is there some sort of lag or like something is not making sense? Do I just need to kill my Ninja and then reconnect it or redo it, or... I'm very, very confused. Positions. Flat and everything.
Order submitted.
I'm thinking disconnect, reconnect, disconnect. Disconnect. Reconnect. Is the data coming through now? Question. Maybe. Hello. I don't know. I don't like. Who knows what's going on right now? This is crazy. Who knows what is going on now? This is wild. Is it finally loading? Okay, apparently there was a breakdown while that data was reloading. The 5 and the 10 are pretty bearish. The 30-minute is questionable. Interesting. Interesting. What the fuck? SPY getting hit there. NASDAQ getting hit. Can you get some tunes? Sure. Here, I'll get some tunes as I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is happening over here. Playlists. New songs. This one's called yeah, the volume's up. Cat Moores featuring Alpha Decay. Flatline. Pretty much how I got today. Okay, here's a SPY did get hit. It was trying to pump. Same thing on the NASDAQ there. Wow. So the SPY was looking good, got rejected right at that all-time high. Right at the all-time high. We almost got there. The all-time high is currently 168.59. 168.59. And we got up to 167.74. We got within 1 point, and then it just kind of had a quick puke down to this next key level. There is some support here at 160. There's seemingly a target down here to 140. Yeah, that's a quick puke. Okay, how much do we want to spaz out today? How much do we want to freak out today? Well, there's a little bit of a hit. And by a little bit of a hit, I mean a pretty clear hit. Nasdaq is getting hit still. Mag 7. S&P 500 maybe trying to bottom here at 150. I think you have people probably reacting to the key level. Uh-oh. I'm trying to decide of how degenerate I want to be today. Do I like want to just like fucking go for it, or do I want to like just actually have a calm, cool reset? I'm really thinking about that close button issue, which, to be clear, it's either a data issue, but then later before the data was working, maybe it was a little lag, but like that's not the end of the world. Okay, so where am I at? What do I actually have now that we're basically forced to reset? What accounts do we have? What accounts do we not have? All right, so we don't have the Tradeify. As you can see, I got new Tradeify evals. I have pros that are going to pass today. So we'll be trading 3 funded pros tomorrow. Please tell me those. Yeah, okay. So those will pass today because today is day 5. I still have all of my FFNs. I'm waiting for a payout there, an 8K payout. Well, 10K, 8K after split. So I can't touch these today. 7PV is Funded Futures Network. Can't touch those. I did get new... Well, here, I'm trying to disconnect. And Legends, I think I have 2 more days of 200 each or something like that I need to get. So I don't need to touch those because I already locked in. So I'm good on these 5 funded. I'm also good on these 5 funded. So the 5 at FFN and the 5 at Legends are safe. So let's disconnect those to not mess with it. To not mess with it. So let me make sure that this disconnection works. All right, we don't need this. Okay, so Legends, this should disconnect. Okay, it did just get disconnect. So Tradeifys did not survive my personal stupidity, so I personally just took advantage of this deal. If you want to ride with me, Tradeify, I like the select. I like these select flex is where I like right there, 221. Save 148 with code Goonie, Goonie. I like select. I like 150. I do Tradeivate, and I like the blue pill when you pass it. And then you could see I also got these two take profit evals. Take profit only has one option, so obviously that's like what I'm trading. But just these two to pass. So I'm good on FFN. I have 5 funded there. I'm good on Legends. I have 5 funded there. I just passed 3 take profits. They're going to be good as of today, so I'll be able to trade them tomorrow. So what's new is 2 take profits and 5 Tradeify. And I don't think I could do anything with Lucid. How much is the Select 50K? The Select 50K is pretty affordable right now with that 40% off. 99 with that code Goonie. So Select 50, like I said, I like the blue pills. All right, let's see if I could actually properly set up. Okay, I need to get the right account. So which ones are these? 76 and 68. I don't want to accidentally trade on the other ones. 76, 68. Okay. 76 is now the lead account. I'm on NQ. The copier is set up properly. Once again, 76 and 68. 76 and 68. I just want to make sure I'm not doing more stupid, like, fat finger mistake type stuff. So I'm just double checking everything here. It puked all the way to 300, and damn it, there we're going all the way up to VWAP. That's crazy. Impressive. All right. We still have lower highs and lower lows. The structure's still down, but we're coming close to a potential, I guess, either VWAP retest or structural switch. Should we just rip it today? Like, do I even care? Like, these are brand new accounts. Do I just like swing big out of the gate? Like, what would be the right move here? The right move. What's the flow? Maybe I should double check flow. SPY is now ripping. Mag 7 showing a little bit of life. NASDAQ is still questionable, but the SPY is showing life right off of that 150. Yeah, it's going for that all time.
Order filled.
When in Rome. All right. This is what we're focusing on right now. Unfortunately, I can't hide the non-trade accounts. I'm just trying to trade. Yeah, okay, this is a little... There. Okay. All right, so don't worry about these because they're already locked in. What am I trading? Take profits. Does anyone off the top of their head know the consistency for Tradeify? I want to say it's 30%, right? The consistency... What's the consistency? Consistency. Where... 40%. 40% of 9K, 3.6K. 3.6. 3.6K. Okay, so what would that be? If we wanted to max this out, what would that be? Where's 3.6?
Order submitted.
Okay, it would be slightly a new high. The current intraday high is 35. For me to max this out, I would need 35.50. Fuck it. Let's just leave it there. Who cares? If we're going to be degenerate, we might as well be degenerate all the way through. So if you're curious of how I came up with that number, Tradeify the select plans to pass the eval. I'm not talking about when you're actually funded. I'm talking about to actually pass the plan here. It's a 40% consistency. If your overall goal on a 150K account is $9,000, that means that what you're looking for is obviously 40% of 9K. If you do that math, it's $3,600. So that's how I came up with this. It might look like I'm targeting the intraday high. That's honestly just by pure luck that that's working out for me. So looking for 3.6. And then I believe on the take profits, it's 50%. So I could go for 4.5K. Which one is this? I'm just trying to make sure. So that would be 4.5, which would put me up where? 4.5. 4.5. Okay, there's that one. Okay, I'm just going for one tick higher to pay for commissions as well. Let's just see. Let's see. So that's how I came up with those numbers. It's literally just looking at the evals. If you're new to the show, when I play evals, I try to play funded accounts as reasonably as I can, which I know is a crazy statement if you saw how I traded Friday. But remember, on Friday, that's not how I normally trade. I got tilted, I spiraled, I was revenge trading, I broke every rule in the book. I'm not trying to hide from that. I'm just trying to be completely honest about it. With the evals, I'll trade those aggressively just so I don't have to like waste time. What's sad is the trade I was looking for this morning is playing out now. I was looking this morning when I still had all those funded accounts. I was looking to play it back to VWAP, which appears like well, hang on. Maybe I spoke too soon. Do I just want to close these out? Shit. What kind of dip is that? We ran into equal highs, so the structure's trying to switch here. You can see we did have lower highs and lower lows, but now we're seemingly maybe double topping. It could be a crazy shoulder head shoulder thing, and like we're having a tough time breaking out at VWAP. I'm gonna give it some time. Like I said, I'm like less anxious about these types of plays because they're evals, and I'm just trying to aggressively max them out and pass them. Like Apex payout, no, I haven't heard from them yet. I'm still just being patient, just waiting. They did send a video to all affiliates and influencers that they've been busy and they're going to be rolling out even more account types. I think they said they're coming out with straight to funded, and it sounds like they have a lot going on in the background as a company. So it just sounds like they're incredibly busy. Of course, I wish, especially giving my trading day on Friday, of course I wish that I had the money. It would make me feel better about life, but nope, no update there. Just waiting, trying to be as patient as I possibly can. How degenerate do I want to be right now? Oh, degeneracy. How degenerate do I want to be? Is this going to break out, do we think? How lucky can we be today? A little bit of a recovery.
Order filled. Order filled.
Come on, kid, concentrate. Use your head.
Order filled.
Wow, I'm on MNQ on this chart. I knew I was gonna have issues trying to trade NQ and MNQ because I need NQ for the data. It's gonna have a cleaner data set, but then to make sure I'm always switching back to MNQ to actually trade. But like in terms of the VWAP, the tick charts, the breakdowns, the breakouts, obviously you should be using NQ as your major signals. And then if you're trying to trade on MNQ, I mean, I guess you could, in retrospect, what I should have done if I was really thinking.
Order filled.
If I was really thinking, I would have well, that's not right. What did I fuck up with this? In retrospect, do I just need to close these out again? Something is wonky here. In retrospect, what I should have done was I should have been trading on SIM on NQ and then use my trade copier to cross trade it over to MNQ. That would have been the smartest way to do it. That would have definitely been the smartest way to do it. But I guess I didn't think of it because I'm so rarely doing it. But obviously, all my signals, all of the stuff I care about, it is specifically going to be on NQ, not MNQ, because sometimes there are slight differences there that you should be like considering yourself with. Jesus Christ, this is jarring. So in retrospect, that's what I should have done. Why buy resistance? What are you talking about? Do you not see this pop from 300 to 410? I'm trading with the current momentum. The current momentum is clearly up. That's a pretty, I know some of the times the things we do are a little bit complicated, but if this breaks from 400, it's ripping. Actually, speaking of that, I'm long 6.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
I think I need 2375. Yeah.
Order canceled.
And then what would be the math for
Order submitted.
4.5K? 24. Okay, so I need 2375 and 2475, and then we're good. But I guess to directly answer this, I'm a trend following trader. So to maybe explain this like in the most basic terms is I try to identify the current trend and then I try to get in and see if the trend will persist. So I want to see what I can do to be like, okay, and right here, if we look at this time frame from 952, clearly we have higher highs and higher lows. And in the context of the trading day, we have taken out now these previous highs. So at first we were trending down. We had lower highs and lower lows. We made the extreme low at 952, kind of setting up potentially this concept of a 10 a.m. reversal. Remember, when we talk about a 10 a.m. reversal, it's not exactly 10 a.m. It's kind of plus or minus 10 to 15-ish minutes. That's like, it's not such a specific science of like 10 a.m. we're switching. It's more of roughly in about 30 minutes do we have one impulse, one movement that we then go and do something else from there. So I saw this, okay, lower highs, lower lows. Here's your highs. Obviously this top rung, here's your lows. We made this bottom at a psychological level of 300. Since then, not only did we recover the 50% point of today's intraday range from high to low, that's this magenta line, but we also recaptured the this kind of light orange dash line, that is your VWAP, your regular trading hour VWAP. So we tried it before and it failed. Like, obviously there's no such thing as promises in this game. I'm just pointing out that like something shifted. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a new bullish trend with an obvious target of VWAP. We have not hit session VWAP. So VWAP, volume weighted average price, you can have, there's literally an infinite type of VWAPs. Obviously, there's more popular and less popular ones. The more popular ones are session VWAP, starting at the beginning of that session. For futures, it's 6 p.m. And then the next popular one, at least for futures, is regular trading hours, starting at 9:30. So the difference in VWAPs is literally the time in which you start tracking the data. You could have weekly VWAP, monthly VWAP. You could have VWAP from the high of the day, low of the day. You could have VWAP for the Asian session, for the London session. There's literally an infinite amount of VWAPs. And actually, trend might be going back down. Do I want to close this out, or do I just want to rip it? Position. So anyway, the thoughts on this trade was, I saw the pump, the pullback, the first higher low. I took a long. I saw another higher low right there at 10:03. Basically, I was trying to play to this VWAP. It just didn't happen. And then I'm obviously doing it with size because these are evals that I was, and there they go. I was trying to play it aggressively with size. But to give you the reason behind the trade, I still think we hit VWAP at some point today. Like right there. Like if we're measuring various objective things. So for example, even the 1 minute momentum actually went bullish. So we recaptured the 50%. We recaptured VWAP, the regular trading VWAP. So right there, the trade is basically, okay, go long and then look for the other VWAP. Commonly, and we've showcased this many times, of the ping-ponging between the two. Now, even with that, I want to be clear. You can have the strongest signal ever. That doesn't mean it's going to play out. There's no such rule that it has to play out. That's not this game whatsoever. Obviously, you can have drawdowns, and then when you're trading massive size like I just was to see if I could quickly pass it, well, that's the type of shit that happens. How did those not blow out? These ones. But anyway, I'm watching this. If we recapture it again, there's still a really good shot. Like, not only have we seen it live here anecdotally a lot of times of ping-ponging from one VWAP to the next VWAP, but before someone asked of why resistance, yes, you should think of it as resistance if it's a key level and we're coming up from the south side. But remember, it's better to think of it in terms of these are just key areas. You want to pay attention to key psychological areas. You want to pay attention to key strategy areas, such as these order flow zones, extremes, previous day high and low, current day high and low, those types of things, because you're just trying to play the trend from them. Like, you're trying to pay attention to the reaction from them. So right here, unfortunate for me that there was a little bit of a fake out breakdown, but look at that. That's all it was. It was a fake out breakdown and we're recovering. Still, overall, today has been the tale of two different stories. We had a trend down to 952. Since then, the bulls are in control. Bears are in control. Bulls are in control. It can switch on a moment's notice. It can 100% do that. If you're trying to play this recovery, obviously the logical risk is 48. If it takes out this low, that means you go from lower highs and lower lows to higher highs and higher lows to now lower highs and lower lows. The trend already switching back. So right now we're seeing who's in control. We're just battling it out. So to be I see people in chat who are making the mistake of being overly confident in their bullish or bearish bias or thesis. Take it from a person who had a really, really rough day on Friday. As soon as you are overly biased like that, that's when you get screwed. Like, you just have to say, okay, what are the highs? What are the lows? Where are the key levels? What is the options flow? And most importantly, what is my current risk in the situation? That's the smartest way to handle it, because you have to always kind of leave that door open for maybe you're going to be wrong. Because if you're just hell bent on the fact that you are right, it's probably not going to be ending well. It might work for you quite a bit, but as soon as you take the bad beat and it really just keeps going against you, well, that's when you just get absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Where was this one? 76. Okay. How many of these are you allowed to trade?
Order filled.
Fuck it.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Where's 4 point? So once again, why am I playing it to the long side instead of the short side? Putting two things together. We have a higher high, we have a higher low. We're using one VWAP as support, looking to play to the next VWAP. It just so happens that the next VWAP at my current size is going to be enough to hit the 50% consistency on these today. That's the logic. I feel like it could work. I mean, we're putting logical things together, and we're maybe slightly stacking the edge in our favor, but also looking at various things. 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish, 30 minutes bullish. 1 minute is trying to go bullish. The Nasdaq is bearish. 5 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish, but look at the 30 minutes right at a point of equilibrium. I want to see if it can save itself right there, and the 1 minute's trying to push bullish right now. So we're attempting, and once again, that is generally, when I say we're going fishing, that's kind of what I mean in the world of trading, is you're taking reasonable shots of saying, okay, I think I could get in with low risk, and if the new trend does persist, it's an asymmetric return. So that's what I'm looking for. Will this one trade work? No. But if you find any trader who is overly confident in any individual trade, they just don't know what they're doing, because a lot of the times you're playing a 50-50 game. You're looking to ideally have a slight edge, maybe like 55-45, 60-40, with proper risk management, where if you're right, it's a big return. If you're wrong, it's a small hit. That's a better way to apply it. You're looking at the law of large numbers. You're trying to see how it plays out over many, many trades, not one individual trade. No individual trader should ever be judged on the success or failure of one individual trade. A trader, and like really a trader's career, is a large succession of many trades back and back and back. So what I'm playing right now, well, what I liked about it at first is now actually becoming a bit of a pain, because as much as I liked the higher low and the recapture VWAP, unfortunately for me, we just put in a lower high and we can't recapture 400, which by definition is consolidation. So we're now playing a game where, okay, maybe it breaks in my way, maybe it doesn't, but we're just getting pinned to this VWAP. So once again, I see people in chat, whether you're bullish or bearish. Okay, the people calling out bullish, I hope you are right. But once again, let's be like really honest about this. You have a 50-50 shot. That's how this works. It's more of, okay, you're identifying the key level and seeing if you can play the trend from the key level, or maybe a reversion back to a key level. Obviously, you could be a trend following trader, a mean reverting trader. But for right now, for anyone in chat to be like overly confident in the direction that we're going, how? By definition, this is so obviously, like so clearly, evidently just consolidating. We just have to sit here and be patient and wait to see which way it's actually going to break. Oh, let's see. Oh. So literally watching the 50% IB, watching this, if this breaks the low, I'm probably screwed, because
order failed.
Yeah, right here we have this lower highs, and probably there's going to be a lot of people paying attention to this move at 48, because then that means we're going from lower highs and lower lows to higher highs and higher lows. This breakdown would actually be a new fresh low, and that's also the 1 minute breaking down. So this technical snap right there would be kind of a somewhat important development to me, but right now we just haven't done it yet. And if it's another higher low, guess what? We're still just consolidating. So it's just, once again, a game of patience, waiting. You can see how it aligns, even right there. Big pop back. Oh, oil starting to catch a bid. S&P 500 is going flat. Nasdaq's going flat. What are we doing over here? No clear trend there. This, I think, could be a pretty interesting breakdown, because bearish trend, attempted bullish trend, never hits the next VWAP. and now maybe a failure. So I'm watching 48. I'm watching maybe a rejection at this VWAP. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an interesting play. That's an interesting play, team. All right. Watch this low at 48. Basically, we're watching the low and the high. We're playing a game of which one do we make first, another high or another low. The recent high, 93, had big issues at 400, had big issues at session VWAP. Since then, the dip low was 48. We are trying to go back into RTH VWAP and the 50%, but let's see. Let's see who wins. In terms of options flow, kind of nondescript, but we'll see. The big lesson of the day, as it is every day, is don't be married to your bias. If you're overly confident in your bias, there's a good chance that you are overstaying your welcome and you might be taken on a larger hit than you should. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Which way is it going to break next, team? $81 and 403. Almost broke down. We broke this trend line, but patience. Down, it's going down. Well, I've seen a lot of little fake outs. Little fake out breakout, little fake out breakout, little fake out breakdown, little fake out breakdown. Consolidation. The fact that we're struggling so much at this VWAP, honestly, what I find a little bit more telling about this right now is the options flow. NASDAQ is flat, nothing really going on. Mag 7 tried to get going, got a little bit hit. S&P 500 was trending down, but oddly enough, just got a pop right there. Which way?
Order filled.
All right, let's do some math.
Order submitted.
Okay, so if it does go, that's not bad because that's like about half the range. If it does break down, I mean, right, it hasn't pushed the fresh low, but it did break the trend line. But right now it's tagging RTH VWAP again. Folks, we're just stuck at equilibrium. Stop loss, and right, these are just evals. I'm just kind of ripping it at this point. I'm just kind of ripping it. I'm just kind of ripping it. Just kind of ripping it. What songs? Let's get a little Kohrs going.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order canceled.
We're doing really degenerate shit today. I don't even know why.
Order submitted.
Which ones are these? Tradeify. Tradeify, what do we say it was? 3.6? $42.50. Fuck. Just seeing if it gets rejected right here. I mean, it's really having an issue. If you don't use VWAP, hang on, this is probably confusing. This is probably confusing. I'm trying to clean up the chart. Well, fuck me. Is it actually recapturing VWAP now? I let you guys convince me that I'm on the wrong side. Smack right there. A smack right there. If you're not using VWAP, I know some people think order flow is completely useless, but literally look at this. Resistance, resistance, support, 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 resistance, resistance, right where we're at. If you're not using VWAP, this looks like a random level. You're like, why are we dancing around 75? Like, what's going on with it? And then you throw up VWAP and you're like, oh, it's because it's like literally the average fill of regular trading hours. That's what people are like doing. So like, I don't know. I know that there's in a small set of people who don't know how to trade, there's this idea that VWAP is useless and don't use order flow. And all I can say is look at the chart, and maybe you argue like, hey, Matt, you're like, this is anecdotal. Go look at any random day. The chance of a day having a clear reaction, either at session VWAP, regular trading hour VWAP, or both, is pretty freaking high. All-time highs coming within 30 minutes. What is your thesis on that? Or is it just like pure guess? Is it pure guess? Is it pure guessing?
Order submitted.
Well, I'm at I don't know. It's consolidating. This is as boring as could be. I only need a little bit of a puke too to max these out. Uh, 15-min NQ still tilted to the downside, so it could go down. I mean, you know what I'm going to say to that. Yeah, of course it could. Like, what kind of statement is that? It could go down. It could also go up. It could also go sideways. Like, you have to understand that the pathways of either going up a lot, up, sideways, down, or down a lot all have a certain probability at any time ascribed to it. Now, those probabilities change, but none of them are ever 100%, and none of them are ever 0%. So this concept of saying it could happen, no shit, it could happen. The fact that it's a non-0% chance means it could happen. So, like, I guess I get the sentiment that you're probably commenting on the momentum of the 15-minute and saying, yeah, the momentum's down, so maybe there's a slight edge there. But I want to be very clear that if you're trading off the fact that something could happen, well, inherently, you're either trading every conceivable outcome or you're never trading, because anything could happen. Like, of course it could happen. There isn't enough characters in this box to write the whole thing. I'm just trying to like get you to understand that with your actual trading, a more reasonable statement is something along the lines of the 15-minute momentum is still bearish, so I'm looking for bearish trades. I'm still looking for shorts. But we've seen it many times where momentum can shift. But like a more viable, actionable trading statement is commenting either on order flow, options flow, the momentum of whatever time frame you care about, something like that. But to end it with it could happen, yes, anything could happen at any time. You never know when you're going to get an update from a company, from China, from Iran, from Trump. Like, anything could happen. But this is some boring fucking consolidation. We have not gone anywhere in quite a while. I mean, look at this 1 minute. The same range we're chopping in now is basically the same range. We had a little bit above, we had a little bit below, and other than that, we are range bound. Big trend is up. I just want to look for long. Okay, news is over the weekend was bear. Big trend is up. So you're probably talking about the daily chart. That's not good though for day trading. You can have a monster bullish trend with still a pullback for a day or two. This is a probability game. Well, then the 15 minutes says it will probably go down. Yeah, but what about the other time frames? All right, so just locked in 3.5K on those. Almost locked in 4.5K there. So,
Order filled.
all right. It's whatever. I mean, like I said, when you're trading, for me, I trade evals super degenerately. So I just locked those in. Once again, they're evals. So like whatever. 4.5, 4.5 on those. I already passed these 3. So I'll have 3 funded TPTs tomorrow. I just maxed out for the 50% consistency 2. I mean, what else can we trade? I don't want to be done. What else is there to trade, team? What other firms do you guys like? I can't trade Legends because I already maxed out my Legends on the day. So Legends are already done. On FFN, I am waiting my payout, so I can't trade with those guys. I've already maxed my TPT for the day. I've already maxed my Tradeify for the day. Folks, I need you. What else can I trade? Hey, Matt, do you think, in your opinion, it would be a breaking point for oil prices before people rage? Oh, I have no idea. Corn futures, but I'm saying what accounts can I trade on? Right there. I can't trade FFN. I'm waiting for the payout. I can't trade Legends. I've already maxed it out. I can't trade Take Profit. What other accounts are there to trade? Lucid Max. I'm not invited to Lucid Max. Can I trade the other Lucids? Hang on. That might be... Maybe I could trade Lucids. Let me log into those. How long is the cool-off period? How does that work? I've never blown out the lives with them before. I don't think there's any cool-off, right? Because I did max out the buffer. No, Apex, my accounts are frozen. I have those right here. So there's all my Apex. Can't trade those. They're frozen. No, I fucking hate Top Step. I guess Lucid? Let me see. I don't know if I'm blocked or not. Yeah, no, I am. I'm in the cool off period with them, so I can't use Lucid. Folks, I need your help. What else could I even do? No, Alpha Futures. I'm not the biggest fan of the rule set. I don't think my strategy would do well with them if I get funded. What about? What's that other firm that I see? Funded? Okay, so I'm looking at funded seat, but they only go up to 100K. Dude, I don't know. What's another firm that people like? I'm like, Trade Day? All right, let's look at Trade Day. Trade Day futures. Let's see what their rules are. Okay, about us, how it works, FAQ, sign up, find out more, find out more. Okay, Trade Day, Trade Day, Trade Day. What are the FAQs? FAQs. Ugh, this looks like shit. Home. No, let's go back. Oh, look at that. A dump that reads to a random pump, folks. Remember. MFFU. Is that, should I give those guys another chance? I gave them a chance years ago. Years ago. This guy's such a fucking pussy. She's cool. Don't know him. 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 Massive fucking scam artist pussy. What are the rules? How it works. Learn how it works. Affiliate program. Learn how it works. Learn how it works. Where are the account sizes? Get started. Okay, daily payouts. That's cool. Rapid plan, flex plan, pro plan, builder plan. Where are the rules? Okay, rapid plan, code rapid. Maximize your payouts, 90% split. Daily payouts eligible at the first day of trading, $500 minimum, up to 10K profit per day. No daily loss limit on eval and sim. End of day max loss in eval. Trade up to 5 contracts. So for those of you who do MFFU, which is the best one? Like, what's considered to be the best? Pro plan? Like, what's the difference between all of these? Frequent... Which is the best one? Rapid is the best? Rapid? Why rapid? I'm sorry. I haven't used these. Maximize your payout with a 90% profit split in sim funded. 0 activation fees on all sizes. Daily payouts eligible after your first day of trading. $500 minimum, up to 10K profit per day. No daily loss limit on eval and sim. EOD max loss in eval. But what about trade? What about when you get funded with it? There's no consistency. Min payout is 500. Buffer requirements 2.1K. Profit target End of day mode. That seems pretty good. That actually seems pretty good. Am I missing something? Flex plan? No. What's the difference between rapid and pro? Days to pay out. So pro, that takes forever. What about builder? Days to pay out 2. Profit split 2K. 2 days to pay out. Buffer requirements. Intraday drawdown in funded. Max drawdown 2. But does it stop after a certain point? Like once you get your buffer? For the funded. So you guys are telling me to get the rapid plan. If I get the rapid plan on funded, the drawdown mode is real time, which is intraday. But does it stop after a while? Like once you get the buffer, you're good. So is this one basically TPT? Like, is there any difference between rapid plan and TPT? Like is there any difference at all? Stops after buffer. I don't know if I could think of a single difference. If it's daily payout, it's actually a better profit split. Get the flex plan. Wait, what's the difference with the flex? Well, no, I'm not doing flex because that's only 25 and 50. So I guess I'm only looking at the rapid or the pro. But what's the difference? So the pro has end of day, but it's a 14-day payout. Less profit split. Yes, like TPT. Okay. How do we do this? How do we do this? Rapid plan, code rapid. Rapid. Yeah, this is getting degenerate. I just have like nothing else to do today. Because I'm such a fucking ass. I'm still so mad about Friday. Start challenge. So rapid. And you said you could pass these in one day? Rapid. Why is it making me log in 800 times? You still have a 40% discount builder plan waiting for you. No, I don't care about that. Open, trade, evade, billing, trade, accounts, promotion, affiliates, stats, payouts, platforms, personal affiliates, leaderboards. How do I add an account? I'm trying to give them money. Payouts, certificates, start challenge. Oh, here we go. Rapid. Okay, so you guys are telling me the rapid 150. It says code is rapid. Is it? This website is not working the best for me. I don't think I'm really missing this short quite yet. This is taking forever. All right, we're giving it a whirl. All right, 150 rapid, no activation fee. You guys are telling me it's good. Session not active? What the fuck's that mean? This is getting... How much money am I pissing away today? Well, while I'm figuring this out, I already maxed out Tradeify. Folks, if you want it, Tradeify is the partner of today, this week. We're going to be doing a Payday Friday with them. I love the Flex plan. There's no consistency. It's amazing. Select 150. Blue Flex is by far my favorite. There's no consistency. It is phenomenal. Got a 25K payout from them last week. It's phenomenal. Tradeify, code Goonie. Pretty similar to TPT. I'm hesitant to say anything about my funded futures just because in the past I've had bad issues with them. But hey, maybe they've fixed things. And honestly, I've already maxed out everything today. So you guys are telling me to give it a whirl. What the fuck? How do I... Dude, the fact that more of these firms haven't figured out how to do a bulk. I mean, I think you guys should show... Fuck. Did we get smacked here again? Yep. Dude, this is the struggle bus. Folks, I'm telling you, get VWAP on your chart. And you're like, hey, Matt, I see some resistance at the other one. Well, guess where we're floating? We're floating at the other VWAP all freaking day. Why is this not working? Am I doing something stupid here? Accounts, billing. All right. Start challenge. Rapid. 150. Code rapid. Oh, and now I still have to figure out how to even get it hooked up. I don't know. How much more degenerate shit can I do in a day? Okay, so let's disconnect Legends because I maxed that one out. Let's disconnect FFN. I can't trade on that. Hang on. Capital One is yelling at me because I haven't purchased from this company before and it thinks that I'm a fraud. It thinks that I'm a fraud. Yes, it's me. Okay, we identified. Then I have to sign the trade of 8 stuff. Dude, this is going to take forever. VWAP the POC today? Yeah. So right here, the POC is 380. Point of control. That's another key level. It's just where most volume's been traded at. So it's the one price that has the most volume traded. Dude, my payment is taking forever to go through. And honestly, I might be getting lucky that it's taking forever to go through because I think I would have been chopped up. How many times do I have to tell Capital One that it's me? It's me, Capital One. It's me. What else do I have to do to prove to him that it's me? They just don't. What the fuck? They just don't believe me. How many times can I go to the app and tell them Unless I'm accidentally buying a gazillion. Start challenge. Rapid. 150. Code rapid. Apply. Yes, it is me. Yes. Take my money. Dude, Capital One is just not believing that on me. Yes, it's me. How many fucking times? Thank you for confirming. Identification successful. Dude, I don't know. I'm trying as hard as I can to get one of these accounts. This is fucking insane. Do I need to try it on like an incognito window or something? Oh. Maybe today. Maybe this is a sign from the market gods that I should in fact not be doing this. I don't know how many times. How many times? Identification, it says successful. It's telling me I have insufficient funds on a credit card that I'm approving. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to give them money. And I think it's because it's my first time buying with them. I guess they think it's like suspect or some shit. Do I need to sign tradeovate.com? Copy. Don't I have to sign like the data shit for this to work? License agreement. Yes. Accept. Access SIM. Okay. Connections. Did it work? Hey, there's an account. A Rapid account. Right there. MFUEVRPD. How many are you allowed to trade on this bad boy? What are the rules? What are the rules on this bad boy? Worst trade, best trade. At least like 10, right? Does anyone know on the Rapid 150s how many accounts you can, or how many contracts you can trade? Anyone off the top of their head?
Order filled.
Order filled.
Did you guys hear that extra voice? Why did it? Where did that extra voice? You guys heard that, right? 15 on eval. So you're telling me I can get 5 more? You guys are either going to see the fastest blowout or the fastest approval ever on this shit. What was that other voice, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind, am I? There was definitely another voice. Trade evade. Oh, it's because I signed that for because I opened it for the market agreement. You guys said I could trade 5 more.
Order filled.
Order filled.
Order filled, brother. And you promised me there's no consistency on this, right? You promise. Now you guys are making me look at the rules again. What are the rules? How it works. Learn how it works. More. Blog. About us. Careers. How it works. Learn how it works. Affiliate pro. No, I just want to know. You guys aren't going to fuck me over, right? You said there's no consistency. I just believed you. 150. Rapid. Okay, I'm seeing this. 150 daily, 9K, 15 daily loss, max drawdown. Huh. Well, it was working for a second until it wasn't. I think there's no consistency.
Order submitted.
Where's 9K? All right, so I would be fine if this goes to 27. Yeah, I need it to go to 27. Well, basically playing VWAP rejection, RTH VWAP rejection, that is. Just a little degeneracy. You know, it's been a while of being able to be so incredibly degenerate. Wait, someone's saying 50%. Wait, it's actually 50%? What the fuck, dude? You guys told me you can pass in one day. That's why it's called rapid. Why is it called rapid? What the fuck? You guys are fucking with me. There's no. Why would you call it rapid? 150K. $4.5. Where does it say this? You guys are fucking with me, right? No. Rapid is payout in one day. I've been swindled. You guys have hoodwinked me. Like, you guys aren't joking. It's actually there's a 50% consistency. That's a misnomer. No, like, seriously. Once you hit the profit tomorrow, you can activate the account and trade funded tomorrow. Where does it say why? How it works? Learn how it works. Get funded in as little as 2 days. 2 days. It does say 2 days right there. Where are the rules? Rules. I can't believe you guys have hoodwinked me. Challenge options. There's rules under the challenge options. I don't even see challenge options. Get started. Rapid 150. Maximize your payouts 90% split. Zero activation. Daily payouts eligible. Daily trading rules. It is right there.
Order filled.
Not that it matters. Oops. Yeah. Well, I probably should have been paying attention in that. Yeah, there is definitely. I found it. You guys are not hoodwinking me. Found it. I found it. I appreciate you guys for not yanking on my chain on that one. Well, now we've all learned a little something. We have all learned a little something. Now it's doing the "Are you actually you" thing again. And now they're saying I have to fucking call them? Well, that's stupid. How many times do I have to say yes? They just don't believe me. They're like, no, Capital One is arguing that no one in the world is this degenerate. Yeah. Fucking, they actually restricted me. I have to call in, even though I did the app and said, yeah, it's me. And I said, yes. Oh, God. Max out card. No, it's because it was a new purchase. And I guess, I don't know. It's like a security thing. Which it seems to happen to me every time the first time I purchase it from a new SIMDA funded firm. And then as soon as it gets like on the approved list, it's fine. But I kind of wish I knew about the whole 50% thing because I would have traded that a little differently. Honestly, they're protecting me from legitimate fraud. And if you've ever had fraud issues before, it is much better to have the issue of saying, shucks, I have to call in rather than dealing with like legitimate credit card fraud. So like, I don't mind it. It's a little bit of a pain, but like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Dude, we are doing nothing today. Wow. Here's a quick look at flow. Mag 7's trying to recover a little bit. S&P 500 did have a nice pop and then is just now going flat. With respect to structure, like we effectively are just consolidating within consolidation. That is your higher highs and your lower lows that you're looking to play. We're stuck at RTH VWAP and we are not breaking above session VWAP whatsoever. So, folks, take it easy today. I had a rough day Friday. I paid the price for it today. Then did some degenerate stuff with all of you to max out some of these evals. So a little bit of a silver lining, if you will. But hopefully I can get my act together this week and we can start trading maxed out funded accounts once again very, very soon. Before I let you guys go, once again, shout out to Tradeify right now. The fact that they have bundling, like I said, the select 150s Blue Pill are some of my favorite accounts. Just got paid out $25K from them last week. So definitely something to pay attention to. That code Goonie will get you a fat discount, especially in that bundle package. So shout out to them. Very, very good option if you are a trend following trader and you're looking for those asymmetric returns. That's what I have for you. I appreciate all the good vibes today. Still, we're basically in the recovery.
Hello?
Whoa, Matthew. We're in recovery mode right now, which, hey, it happens. So we're going to see how things play out from here. I appreciate all the good vibes. I'll be posting content later on today, and then we'll be streaming once again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. bright and early. And please remember, tomorrow's when like the week really gets started with the craziness Wednesday, and really for the rest of the week, but huge craziness on Wednesday. So today is going to be by far the most calm day of the entire week. And from there, we're just going to see how we can absolutely rip it. Shout out to Tradeify. Don't forget to use that code Goonie. If you want to trade with me, GoonieTrading.com. Other than that, protect your accounts today, and we'll go from there. Appreciate all the good vibes. Peace.